Hello, this is Chris from Scobie IT with another quick tutorial, this time on our two-part series on how to create simple formula in Excel. For the example today we're going to be creating a quick balance sheet, but I'll just run through the interface quickly. Across the top here you have a series of tabs which was introduced in 2007, and for now we'll only need the home tab, so we'll get started and start typing in our headers. What I'd like to do with this quick example is to show you how quick mathematical functions can be created with relative ease, and how easy it is really to have it moved across an entire sheet. So I'll start by typing in some figures. So obviously you can see the income for that day is not fantastic, but obviously as you can see it gives us a couple of figures to start with. How you do it is you need to click on the one you'd like the total to appear in. So if you double click on that cell, you need to start by pressing the equals sign, and then you type in the mathematical function of what it is. So in this case it's cell A2 plus cell B2. When you press enter, obviously it'll calculate the total for us, and well, probably quicker to do it other ways, but when you start working with more complicated formula, this will save you a lot of time. Obviously, as you can see, now that I've actually corrected it to work out how much will be left afterwards, we'll start by adding in some random numbers really, just to show you obviously that it will work across the board. And say if we're doing this on a weekly basis, so 2 to 7 are different days, and what if we wanted to work out the entire total for the week? So you can highlight the cell where you'd like the total to appear in, and if you click the auto sum button, it will automatically add all the numbers in the range above it into the end. So obviously 12 plus 45 plus 24 plus 83 plus 1 plus 6 equals 171. So we'll do it the same for the outgoing. So again, just a series of random numbers, just as an example. So you highlight the cell where you'd like the total to be, and you can click and drag, or you can just highlight the bottom one and go over and click on the auto sum button, and again it'll work it out. And what's quite handy is because we've already put the formula in we want to occur across all the cells, if you click on the little arrow or a little square in the bottom right hand corner and click and drag, you'll notice that it turned to a plus sign. What it will do is it will copy the formula into all the cells below, but it will correct it so it will work for that line. So if you wanted to do this on a very large scale, it's a very quick way of doing it. But another handy thing about it is that if you've got a series of numbers like I have here, and then you click and drag, it will automatically add the numbers into it. Well, obviously follow it. It does work with quite good accuracy, provided you stick to quite strict rules. So if we go in multiples of 2, you'll see that it'll automatically work out that next one's 10, 12, 14 and so on. If you change it, however, say if we wanted to do 2 plus 1 plus whatever for instance, or if we just choose a series of random numbers, it works to an extent but not as well as we would like. So if we do 1 plus 2 equals 3, then 3 plus 1 equals 4, and so on and so forth, and it just sort of gives you a random number. So in theory it should be 7 plus 3, so it should be 10 for the next one in the series, but as you can see it didn't quite work. Right, well that's all for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.